Hello everyone, we are back. Sorry about the incredibly long delay there. We are casting Cactus vs WB. Once again, my name is GrandVandalier GV and I'm joined by Celin once more.
Right, that's me. And as we know, Team Cactus, also known as Sneaky Nick's Assassin.
Sneaky as fuck.
Yeah.
Right, straight away from what we can see, whoa, the draft is going quickly. So immediately we had the Knicks and the Bristleback band. Nobody's letting the Bristleback through. Clockwork and Night Stalker, Initiators galore. Quat picked up, Dark Zero Spirit, and then to the Spirit Breaker. This draft is flying by. I don't think we're taking any more than about...
It's been like 30.
Yeah, like 30 seconds. Like, these guys just really know what they want to play.
Yeah, they know what they want to play, they know what they want to ban. Earthshaker, as well as Sand King band by the Dire. The Visage band coming up from Radiant.
I really love Earth Spirit. Oh god, so here it comes. Oh, Silencer, the insta-picks. Whoa! What the hell is going on? They're just picking! I mean, they're super picking!
The pressure's on with the
It is.
speed here. Like,
yeah, they're like...
You're going to drop the ball right
F this, we have 10 minutes to win this game.
Go,
Next pick, go.
Think of something.
Right, okay, very quickly, because I don't think they're going to let us. What we got? Dire vs Radiant. So the Radiant... Okay, now we get an immediate Meepo ban. Okay, Radiant, pick off potential. They got the Quap, they got the Spirit Breaker, the Charge, Silencer Global, so there's the great counter initiation there.
Wow, and we're done with the draft.
And we're done with that. We could not do anything about that draft. So
you were right about the pick off potential. Also, the Underlord gets you in, gets you out, and he has some solid damage on him as well. Quite tanky. Razor, you know, good damage.
where
Probably
the
done safe lane.
where the hell is WB's late game? I mean, their team fight is fantastic, bar none. They win. Silence is a pain in the ass, but Silencer aside, they just win team fights.
Oh yeah.
You get stacks, you get stack fielded, Puck ulti, Venom ulti, Earth Spirit full combo, Darkseid Vacuum. The setup is tremendously good.
They do have an insane team fight.
They do have really good team fight, as a matter of fact.
And for late game, I suppose the Venomancer, but they really don't have much there.
You ever tried building a right-click Venomancer?
Personally, I'm not a fan.
I have. I like it.
I know a lot of people.
It's just really funny and dumb. Just popping a Gale on someone, popping Manta, and just chasing them down, knowing that they can't attack you, they can't run away. It's good.
True, but
I'm praying for this game.
Yeah, it's a big thing to stake tournament on, but if you think you can do it, you think you can do it.
We need a game where we're gonna hit 5,000 tower level.
Oh, it'll happen.
IX Mike. It's about 200. Okay, so let's start this good old game off. So, I'm just a bit speechless. I just did the draft just completely flew by. You know, I mean, what the heck happened there?
Yeah, I wonder. I suppose I think it was a bit of both of the teams rallying each other up, but if you're not sure, they would have waited, so they know what they want.
Earth Spirit. It looked like there was a wall placed by the Silencer. Have you seen? It's right off to the side.
Yeah, a good laning ward there. It's just basically gives the safe lane all the information they need about anyone coming into that off lane.
Any TPs coming in. I mean, if you look at the Dire lineup, the Earth Spirit could be a good roamer. The Venom could be roaming. The Disruptor could be roaming. It's such a strange draft, you know. Like, I'm just a bit speechless. I mean, both of these teams picked these heroes really quickly.
Yeah.
So they've really wanted to play these heroes, and they don't even really give a damn about what the opposition picked either. Sometimes in Dota you get these matches where you get these drafts where you want to try and outdraft the enemy. This time it was, we know what our game plans are. We're just gonna bite the bullet, each stick to our game plans. They haven't banned what we're gonna pick, and each team just, it's a pub. It's a glorified pub.
Now it's just whoever plays what they got the best. It's just because everyone seemed to get what they want. There was no
bit of an opposition. Earth Spirit just goes in. He's actually going to get the damage on the Quap. She does blink out. They're going to make a little bit of a play onto the Underlord here, but so tanky.
Yeah, able to stun them away though.
He is
Get
able.
some good damage on the Quap.
I'm really interested how this is going to go. Who have we got mid? We've actually got the Puck going mid. So just let's have a quick chat about our lanes. We've got the Silencer down bottom, supporting the Razor. Quap's going to head up in the middle, not having a very good time just from the harassment of the Disruptor already. And we got the Underlord rocking it up top. Good old IX Mike there. For the Dire, Venomancer up top with Earth Spirit very close by. I don't think this is going to be killing this lane yet. The Underlord is exceptionally tanky. Very much so.
Yeah, and the disables aren't quite there yet from the Dire.
Not quite. But they only need a few levels. Disruptor needs level 2, 3, maybe? Not even need that. Veno level 1, lol, whatever, that'll do. And Earth Spirit level 3 once again to get the golden combo.
Yeah, even
you can do it at 2. You can do it at 2, yeah.
Silence isn't going to be the hugest thing versus the Underlord.
This puck is really going ham on this Quap.
Yeah, she was forced to pop one of her pool tangos, and she's now bought more.
Yeah.
After the damage she took at the rune spot, and that's a great lane advantage for puck to start with.
I love the little question marks on the denies. Really good.
It's quite funny.
I mean, it's so aggravating. It's like there's a WoW quest just waiting to pop up every time. But I mean, it's a fairly even laning stage. The puck is just doing very well, actually.
Yeah, puck can do very well against the Quap. You can face shift the dagger, you're fairly safe in lane. And Underlord's done some trouble.
Underlord's just running off to the right. I don't think they have the damage to kill him. Oh wait, here comes the Volley Border. He's going to try to TP dive. Any disables a glimpse? No, that Disruptor's still level 1.
Yeah.
He
is forced to teleport out of lane though, and that's...
He just goes all the way home because he's got no choice.
Like,
ever since the change, you know, the shrines don't become active for 5 minutes now. You can't just do this. I'm just going to go to the shrine and abuse it. I think that's where offlanes were really shining. Oh, Spirit Breaker. He charges to the Earth Spirit. Running away. They level 2. They're still not level 2, so they still have to rely on just chasing him down. Or a sped up Quap. Casual right click and runs back to lane.
Yeah, a lot of little skirmishes breaking out here around the top lane. But no one going down so far.
The Razor is doing awfully on his right clicks, and he's had complete free farm. 6 last hits at this point.
Yeah, he's basically missed a wave.
I see he's been opposed. I don't think I've seen. There's been 3 up top. The Disruptor's... Oh, who's just coming? Okay, the Dark's here. Okay, that's completely forgotten. Then maybe it's a bit more forgivable. That's fine.
Yeah, it does make life a bit...
Razor's attack animation just sucks. Here we go. Charge coming out. Where's he go? Looks like he's going straight towards the mid.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to get much done there. But it's probably just to get into a lane.
I think this Quap, yeah, the Quap is just not skilling the Q at all. Realising it's so hard to get off against the puck. He has already thrown the Q out, but no.
Yeah, you should never be hit by charge if you have a phase shift up. It's easy as that.
And that's actually why the Quap hasn't skilled the Q. In fact, she's saving a skill point. So, I mean, you don't really want to go for the second point and blink this early. It doesn't do you anything in the laning stage. You're not going to get dived in the 2 or 3 seconds extra cooldown that's going to buy. But you don't want to skill the Q against the puck. You're like,
She will anyway because it's a decent skill.
Yeah.
If phase shift is down,
yeah, she just get it. Yeah.
It's still, you're right, it's not a great ability in this matchup.
I'm trying to... So we didn't really have a chance to talk about this during the lane, the actual drafting stage itself, but strategy. So what are each of the teams trying to do?
Well, I mean, the Dire their game is, we're going to win this in about 25 minutes, or we have pretty much nothing. And the Radiant, I suppose, are just going to have to try and outlast that, because their late game is stronger.
Yeah. I mean, you're entirely right. This is a core Veno. He's the one who's going to be getting the farm priority. He's going for... Is that a Midas Veno? That's a Midas Veno. So they're quite comfortable taking it a little bit later.
Yes, but only a little bit. I think that gives them like a 10-minute longer time window before they start really...
Oh, the rolling boulder, the Quap does blink out. The boulder smash actually nearly connects. Really well done with the Earth Spirit, but the Quap just sidesteps it. So...
Yeah.
Oh, looks like the Spirit Breaker's coming for some fun as well. He's just going to back off, though. There's a lot of really tanky just run in there and hit you heroes. Spirit Breaker, Overlord can do that to a degree. Earth Spirit.
Razor as well.
Yeah, Razor's a very good point, actually. He's charging top. They're going to go on the Veno. He's going to cancel it before he gets there. Any second now. No, they're not, as you have the
Veno's
pit.
alone.
There comes the Gale. Oh no, that's the first one. The first hit batch, 17%, please. He gets out. Disruptor comes in for a very nice little save there. What's the skill bonus Veno?
So looks like
He's going for the max wards.
To be fair, that makes a lot of sense because he is the only pushing power they've got except for Darkseer, and Darkseer does nothing to towers.
I don't think the wards are reduced by the Abyssal Underlord's aura as well.
No,
and me missed the first blood in mid.
Oh.
Dreamcore committed, it looks like. Caught the tail end of the animation now.
Yeah. Very good versus Quap. Like you said, you can the animation for Blink is actually quite large, and you can get that mini stun off with the silence as well. She's just done.
Oh, the Darkseid's caught between a rock and a hard place. He decides to bolt it to the north. He's gonna make it out. There's no shrine, so... Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. Is he gonna commit to this? They could see him. They've got the damage.
There's no... I mean, there's no punishment from the Darkseid anyway. They're just getting damage on him.
Bye. He's gone. Ike's not having a... Oh, no, I'm lying. He's having a very good time, actually. He is not being pressured that much at all. He's actually third in the last hits.
Oh, no. After he was left alone with Venommancer, he's been doing just fine.
I guess Venom doesn't really... I'll tell you what, I need to see the interaction. I need to see if this aura affects those plague wards.
Enemy units.
Okay, here we go. Right.
Have a look.
31. Damage 30 to 32. Venom wards do 31. No, they're not reduced.
Yeah. Can we turn up the game sounds a little bit?
Yeah, sure can. Okay.
Looks like they're trying to go on this Darkseid, but he is.
He's just out of there. He's just gone.
They're diving in though.
They're going to dive in there. See if they can. They're going to get the kill. The Razor's got so much damage. He's going to get out. Sorry guys, I understand there's a bit of a problem with the game sound. We're going to see if we can get that fixed right now for you. 2 seconds, please.
I know Earth Spirit does come in with the reaction, but he's not able to find anything. He has to respect the damage on that Razor. Razor finding some farm near the Dire Shrine as well.
And it's just going to get out.
Yeah. And handy little engagement for the Radiant.
Okay, let's get the volume turned up. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to make this loud and proud. That's what we're going to do. Boo. Hopefully that's a little bit better. If it's not, tell us a little bit more about it in the chat. We ain't going to read it for 5 minutes, though. So we'll test it every 5 minutes for you. We'll see how we get on. Sounds a lot louder in my ear. Listen, we got a charge coming up top for the Venomancer. He's quite low. I think this is probably going to be a kill.
Yeah, with the root from the Underlord in the AoE.
Earth Spirit is coming in the bonus match. They actually don't get it. Oh, the Gale. Oh, no. He's just going to TP out straight away. He knows that there's no chance of escaping that 15-second Gale. He's out.
Yeah, Venomancer's going to teleport home too, though.
Yeah.
So they do stop him farming for a while. The Earth Spirit will be happy to have that.
Coin.
Another zoning Dream Core to secure the rune. I mean, the cooldown isn't that great. What is it, 70 seconds, if that?
Yeah, it's not too much. And I suppose you can throw it out like that. I would have personally preferred seeing a gank with it because they need more pickoffs to really get the ball rolling for them. But
they do.
You can still gank without it, although it's a big help.
Okay. So, coming towards the end of the laning stage now, Puck's obviously the big breadwinner at this moment of time, most on the net. Where from the Razor, creeping up there, gonna go back for the Aquila, get that range off as well, that lovely mana regen. He's just gonna nuke down the wave a little bit.
Yeah, he's finding his farm, and he's got his phase boots, so he's gonna be able to keep up with most of the enemy team now for damage stealing. And
so he pops the plasma field to destroy the wave. So is this are they gonna try and translate this into a push then?
it looks like it. What's going on up top there?
Let's have a check.
Oh,
Earth Spirit gets kind of low. I think this is the 4th attempt by the Evil, or 3rd or 4th to try and get a kill up here, but he just keeps on getting thwarted every time he tries. So meanwhile, towards the mid, the Puck is going on the pop again, just punishing her over and over. Although he's a little bit far forward, takes the damage, doesn't manage to evade that. Puck is now sped up, and Quap's like, no, I don't want any part of that, and just blinks out.
She's used her blink though, and Puck's
she has to do the blink, and Puck's going back in. Dream Core committed, and the silence. Oh, it's. I don't know. Well, the Quap gets him.
Yeah, gets hit by the Sonic Wave, and that really, really hurts him. He took a lot of damage before that he could have avoided if he'd been a bit more careful, but it was. I agree with the going for the kill there, but with the amount of rotation, especially from the Spirit Breaker, it's
yes.
a rough play.
Quap seemed deceptively tanky there. She seemed quite low, but I think did the Puck drop the phase shift in that as well? I think he did, didn't he?
Yes.
Tried to.
I think he tried to, but he didn't get to phase shift the ultimate, and that's...
No, that's the big one.
Yeah, and once Puck's blown his spells at this stage of the game, he does not hit.
He just he's... I mean, Puck is one of these great heroes just sort of getting really, really aggressive with, just really want to get up in their faces, but you're a team that you need to get this early game dominance. You can't really afford to be giving away kills like that.
No, it's really not where they want this going. And if Pop becomes a big ganking power, and if heaven forbid she gets an Orchid, then the Dire are going to be in real trouble, because an Orchid is a counter to pretty much every character on that team.
Yeah. This IX Mike's Overlord is having a really good time. He's nearly got as much farm as the safe lane carry on his own team. In fact, he's actually up there with the carry of the Dire team as well. And he's just harassing him. He's chasing him through the trees. They're actually going to get the dive onto him. They bring out the Poison Nova.
Oh,
They-
yeah. And
He's going to pop the ulti. He's going to try and get the hell out of there. He's probably going to get it out.
Yeah,
he's
he's
gone. And he just goes away. Venom's going to try and do it as well. Is there going to be a scream? There's not going to be a scream, so he gets that as well. So, Big O is committed across the board. Venom ulti down. You've also got the Dark Rift. That's now also on cooldown as well.
Still, though, I think it was a good play by X-Mike. He's forcing a lot of rotations to this top lane by just pouring on the aggression on the Venom.
Yeah. Quap did come up and didn't get anything done there. They've actually done a pseudo lane swap for now.
Yeah, I mean, they should both do fine in their respective lanes, so no reason not to. If you're there, you might as well farm it.
Meanwhile, down bottom with the Razor, he's just been left to farm. Look, he's going to go for
Dire's
Casual
bottom tower is under attack.
Hurricane.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Is he going for a Hood? Maybe. I mean, Hood's out. Yeah, of course. The pipe is going to be incredibly good against this team. Spirit Breaker charging into the Dark. So is he going to commit level 4?
He's
So he
in.
really wants it. He's going to try and get it. One hit. Does he get the 17%? 17%, please. He doesn't need it. He actually gets the kill. Now the Disruptor should be fine. The Spirit Breaker, he pretty tanky, but he can't really do
He can
too
charge
much.
out. He's got his charge
He's
out.
going to do it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Nah, I want to fight. Fight me.
Is there an urn? There is not an urn.
Oh, 1v1.
A bit of an interesting decision to charge the Disruptor there.
Yeah, maybe he thought he couldn't make it out charging past the towers and maybe the inevitable rotation, but
Tower shots shouldn't catch up to you. And
No.
you could get to where you're going and use an urn, because he had 2 urn charges. But, I mean, you gotta make a judgment call on a situation like that. And he tried. That's
he might win the 1v1 if the creeps weren't there, you never know.
and get a few more bashes.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't get a single one then. Sadness.
Yeah.
Raindrop, balanced item. Oh, Quap is making a beeline towards the mid.
Oh, they want to make a play with this Silencer ulti, I think, on the puck.
Is the Silencer actually got away? I haven't seen the Silencer at all this game. He's down there. Oh, they go on the puck. They pop the initiation. The puck is silenced. He can't do nothing, and he's just going to go
And
down.
he is gone. Unless you know that's going to be used because you can't phase shift it, that is incredibly hard to deal with as a puck with no mobility items.
Got to be getting a yours. He's going. I mean, he's going to go for the blink first.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much better if he can just jump onto the silencer to stop that from reoccurring in the future, but I'd imagine he's going to get the yours very shortly afterwards.
And in a big team fight, you can often predict it, but I think the blink is huge.
It's the battle of the Romans right here. Oh no, it's not fair. It's until more than the charge, but I think he might be able to get the glimpse. The glimpse comes back. He's been stopped, and now he's been caught in place. Earthspirit unleashing the combo. They pop the stun. They don't have anything to stop him. They're going to roll in boulder, but it's not enough.
Yeah, they don't have any right click
No.
at all. Like the entire team, even Venomancer, I mean, he's trying to get there, but nothing. No right click at all.
Nah. A little bit unfortunate. Looks like Razor's getting a link up on someone. I think it's the Disruptor, but now he's caught. The Earthspirit's caught right next to him. One. Oh, but the puck comes in with a drink called the Silence, but he's actually getting whipped into submission. He's getting kind of low. They're all just caught him in the middle, but they can't finish anybody off.
No one can get near this Razor.
Oh, that's a very good ulti by the Venomancer. He's actually going to be able to get anything done with it. They're all just dropping bit by bit, and Ixmax is going to take the taxi and get them home, and they're gone. They do get a kill
Yes.
on the Razor.
That said, they spent a lot trying to get it. Like, they kept walking at him and he stole all of Disruptor's damage. It was just... It wasn't a great trade for them.
And they did it without Global as well.
Yeah, they did, actually. And that's Venomancer going down as well, which is their core. So,
Is he going on?
So-
The old Earthspirit? Nah, he's not going to commit for that.
no, just trying to get up back into the game.
Just back off. The net worth is starting to look a little bit damning now, unfortunately, for the Dire.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's showing that they are... Well, it's showing that they can't farm as well, first of all. And
Yeah.
that said, they were hoping to be on top of net worth at this time in the game. This is like when they're supposed to be shining.
Yeah.
But they don't really have any hard lockdown, and characters like Razor can just walk around them.
No.
And
The
yeah.
Darkseer hasn't been anywhere near these fights yet as well either.
No, Darkseer, he's only level 9.
Yeah, in 15 minutes, he's not near the... He's drawing closer. Oh, the Global Silence comes out. They're going to go on the puck once again. The poor little fairy dragon. He's going to pop. No, he does the face shift. It's going to buy him a second. He does manage to get his first spell up. He can't get the silence. Bit of a whiff gale there. Doesn't hit the Spirit Breaker, but here comes the static field. It's actually really good hitting on a lot of heroes, but there's just... They don't have the damage at this point. The Razor is just running all around them.
Oh, yeah, that's a great...
So many low heroes. The Razor's actually really low. Can the other Spirit Maker plane go back in?
He's trying.
He's going to try and bait. Oh, he does get it. The boulder kick finishes him off.
And it looks like he's going to get out as well.
Does look like it indeed. Darkseer finally decides to try and make a resurgence now. Gonna go in the quap. No, he's gonna try and go for X Smoke, and he doesn't. Oh, meanwhile, the Earth Spirit caught out, but he's gonna survive. And not bad trade. Let's have a look at that fight recap. Yeah, it's pretty even, but I still can't help but think that during these fights, they pretty much break even, but they should be winning.
Yeah.
The Darkseer did turn up a bit late to the fight then. Vacuum maybe could have done a little better. Oh, Darkseer, speaking of him, he's down there bottom with Spirit Breaker. Probably is to get out now.
Yeah, and the puck unfortunately went down quite early in the fight. He was forced to throw out a Dream Coil, which was pretty good, but it wasn't. He didn't get the shoots where he was using that, and yeah, he was gone pretty much at the end of the global.
I think he managed to throw out the Orb and the Dream Core, but I don't think he got the Waning Rift. Didn't see it.
I don't think so, no. And even then, you want him to, because what Puck wants to do is get all that stuff out there and then blink back.
Meanwhile, down bottom, let's say Razor's actually going to go for a greedy play action. The Dark, so they don't get him, and they actually manage to get a double kill onto the Veno. I mean, this is the kind of kills that are going to get you back into this game.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got his minus up well. Gets a nice network boost, and he's bought a 4-staff.
Who got picked first in the draft? Was it the Veno or was it the Underlord?
I believe it was the Veno.
So the Overlord, pretty much right, that's the Poison Nova. As soon as that happens, I'm going to R twice,
Oh, yeah.
go back home, just completely stop that ultimate.
Yeah, it's essentially like a pull the brakes, Naga Siren-esque.
Yeah, just
Get
get
us
the hell
outta
out. Yeah. He's going to go for a 4-staff first. It's pretty good.
I can see why, but...
I'm thinking the Veil might have been better, unless that's a pickup for the Puck, but he is only just picking up his Blink Dagger. He is not having a
Yeah, 18 minutes blink
super
is not what he
great.
wants.
Nah.
It's not a good timing.
Radiant's middle tower is
This,
under attack.
the Underlord is top on network.
Wow.
That's actually really scary. This hero just dropped out of the competitive scene near enough entirely. They bind, they get the vision on the Darkseer, stunned, shut down, and he's just gone.
Yep.
+2. What the range of that? It managed to catch out the Earth Spirit, kicks it back, managed to get a kick onto 2, but the Quap is just advancing forward, nearly finishes the Earth Spirit. That should be enough to tick it. No, not quite.
She can blink screen.
Yeah, it's gonna blink stream these down.
And this is getting kind of brutal now. Finding picks like that, it's the Dire can't afford it at this point, and the Radiant translate that very well into a push.
They can't really do nothing about it though. If you've got this Underlord running at you, and the Razor, Underlord and Razor, 2 heroes who you don't want to go next to, you do not want them initiating on you, they run at you, mechs are flying, Link's coming out, what do? You have to flee, that's all they can do.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Radiant's bottom
they
tower has fallen.
they have to be the ones initiating. They can't get initiated on like a single person
Yeah.
like that, because then they feel obligated to throw out abilities, and it's just... It becomes like a hemorrhaging of spells where they're not actually comboing anything.
I really would like a Veil coming out on this Dire lineup.
Yeah, they need one for sure.
Yeah, but Puck he has to go for the Eels. We spoke about this earlier on. The silence is absolutely killing him. I think he's died 3 times. Oh, never mind that. Here we come. Earth Spirit comes in with the boulder kick. The Global Silence comes out to counter it though. Quap now also makes an appearance. And they're just sort of just going to back off from each other. Oh, Puck gets a 4-man Dream Call, a very good one. They're trying to spread the Earth Spirit magnetized across all the heroes. Darkseer vacuum into wall. They're all jumping solo for the poison ulti as well. They need to kill Alex Mike. They can't let him get them out. The Orb. This has actually turned out to be a pretty good fight. They managed to bring a lot of them down. It's 3 for 3 so far. Spirit Breaker's managed to make a getaway. The Quap is also blinking away, but she's getting chased by the Puck. The Yules. Is that the Quap? Yours Quap actually thinks to the south. They're going to keep it up. The Veno does catch the vision. Another second, he's going to have another ward, but Quap goes south and she's going to TP out to safety.
No Centaur Stomp today.
No stomp.
Well, that was a lot better of a team fight from the Dire there. They managed to get their ultimate out in a good combo. Brilliant Dream Coil from the Puck. And yeah, they get some great picks.
Gold for
Just an overall good team fight for them. They did lose a couple, but
Yeah.
honestly for them, since they only really have Venomancer as a core, as long as he lives, if you die here and there, it's acceptable.
Yeah, I don't really know how they brought the Overlord so low. Like, he got initiated on by the Air Spirit at the start, didn't really take that much damage.
It wasn't by Venomancer ulti.
Yeah, but he seemed to drop really quickly. I guess just the sheer amount of magic that was coming up from the puck as well.
Yeah, Puck got like 2 bursts off that fight. And yeah, you're right. The pick off on him as well, just before you guys top it off, was very good.
Air Spirit seems to look like he's setting up top. He's not going to get this kill solo. The puck is making a very quick rotation in. They have Shadow Amulet. They're going to try and go on him now, and he's just going to pop. He's just gone.
It looks like the Dire are getting a bit more comfortable here.
They are. The Veno is actually now crept to the top of the net worth. Got a full Hurricane Pike, and he's now going back for a Maelstrom. This is a right-click Veno. This is a legit right-click Veno as well.
Fasten your seatbelts.
They something more to stop TPs. Are we going to see an MKB at this Veno? They've got the Yules coming up in the puck. That's going to be one good way of. That's going to be one good way of getting rid of the TP coming out.
That's true. What are we looking at for the clock for her items?
Let's have a look. Yules, she has a Veil of her own actually.
Yeah, okay, but she's not going in Orchid. It doesn't look like.
She's not yet. Spirit Breaker's charging in. Who's he going to go on? We are the Venomancer. He's going to call it off though. A little bit too quick.
Yeah,
he's
he
going to
will.
back off.
Not with an Earth Spirit right next to him as well. That's an easy interrupt on the charge. And
They don't actually have a mech. I thought they had the mech on the Overlord. They don't. It's the pipe. I mean, makes complete sense why they would want a pipe.
he also has the buckler already, so.
Here we go. What's going on here? Looks like Puck's making a jump in as well. Veno's nearby.
Radiant's middle tower.
The best thing I love about the Veno is the wards. They're such great scouting utility.
Great for scouting, farming, and pushing, pretty much.
You just slap a ward down, sees an enemy, hits him, does damage, applies a dot, stops blink for like 2 years or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, the Earth Spirit just runs in and they just run away from the lone Earth Spirit. They catch out the Silencer. It's a great pick to start this fight off, and he's just going to get popped. He's still alive for the time being, though. The Earth Spirit really wants him. He does get the Global Silence off. Back towards the top, though. Quap is now manning up against the Puck. Meanwhile, Earth Spirit does go down nearby. Puck's now going to try and flee. He should be able to get away from this. He does live for the time being. Razor looks like he's also trying to chase, but disengage. A pretty good fight for the Dire, actually. They force out the Global Silence. They trade a support for support.
The fact that the global was blown, I think, pushes this in the favor of the Dire.
The experience have got is starting to edge ever so slightly back, but we talked about this earlier. This is the point where this draft is meant to be strong. They're getting some good items. The BKBs aren't coming online. They don't have that great protection against the sheer amount of magic damage coming out.
No, not
Are you
yet.
still worrying for the Dire moving forward? If they can keep this up, are they going to start taking more and more advantages? Or the Radiant, if they play a little bit more conservative, are they going to eventually get these items and be able to fight a little better? Because the Razor hasn't really done much in these fights in the last 10 minutes or so.
I think that once the Razor gets... He's going for a Sanding Yasha now, but once the Razor hits his BKB, that's going to be the big fight for the Radiant.
Ah,
And before then, they just have to be careful to not get too caught up in this crazy team fighting game.
definitely. What are we moving speed over there on the Underlord? He's so evasive. Is that actually going to be a mech? Yeah, it's the Guardian Greaves, so just going for this classic. I'm going to negate and heal all of the damage on top of the Athropior as well.
Yeah, killing him is going to be a real pain.
Yeah, it's like paying a budget bristleback.
Kind of, yes.
It sort of is. Like, yeah, you don't negate nowhere near as much damage, and you don't deal nowhere near as much damage, but
You keep your team alive.
you do keep your team alive, yeah. But is he keeping his team alive against the sheer amount of magic damage? Yeah, the pipe in the mech is good, but Athropior is
Radiant's top tower.
pretty wasted on this style lineup. It doesn't really serve to do much.
That's true. It does make their already weak right clicks really
Really weak.
insignificant, but
Yeah.
it's mainly the items he's providing here that are really keeping his team up.
The puck is really caught up as well. Got the Yules. He's going. Is that the Lincolns? He's going to go for the Lincolns. What does Lincoln stop?
Silencer, Spirit Breaker.
Hex coming on the quad. I don't think that's going to be Hex. I think
gonna
that's
be
going.
wow.
I think that's going to be an. I think that's an Octarine, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Smoke rotation coming up. I've noticed as well. A lot of our matches, we don't see many Roshans. We've seen I think one Roshan. The Razor does pop the smoke with the Puck. They're going to sort of disengage from each other. They realise they're a little bit too close for comfort. Oh, meanwhile, Puck is actually going up top. Manages to find Underlord. Makes it back off. Now actually going to go back to the other side now.
Down here as well.
Razor, he's actually going to be able to hit down the dark side. The vacuum wall does come out. It does get them kind of low. They really want to get the Razor. I don't think they're going to get him. Oh yeah, he's being glimpsed back. The mech is popped and the Razor lives a little bit longer. The Sutler's trying to do something, but he just can't finish him. Oh no, and the Puck as well.
They've dropped the Earth Spirit over here, but that's just a move of desperation.
They're all going around. They really wanted that Razor kill. Couldn't quite get it either.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame.
They have to realize that when they've used their abilities, they cannot deal damage.
Radiant's
Not to this
middle
team.
tower is under
And
attack.
especially not to a Razor. They just have no...
Well, there we go. There was the... Where's his Underlord going? Okay, just a quick taxi trip down to the bottom lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, not a great fight. This Dire lineup wants to face them in small little enclosed areas, get a really good one-boy combo. I thought it was really split up. The Puck went north to chase down the Overlord. The rest of them went south to try and finish up the rest of the team. But without this Puck, they just do not have the ability to keep them in an area, let the Darks do and the Venom just get to work with their abilities.
No, it was really like... The Puck blinked up there as well, so he was not getting back down. And it was a really split up engagement, which heavily favors the Radiant. Because, yeah, they can just deal heavy right-click damage as well as a few nukes.
Yeah, Razor is left with a few people. What's he going to do? He's going to link one of them. They're pretty much out of the fight. You've got... And yeah, you've got the rest of the team backing you up. The global silence came out as well, so... I think they just can't really do anything. And they don't have any ways to remove this global silence on the Dire lineup as well.
Aside from, yeah, just the Yules and stuff, but that's
No, it's just the Yules at this point. Something quick looks. No, absolutely nothing. It's a very all-in lineup, this Dire one, I think. Like, they want to win a fight, and they want to like really torch them while they win this fight. But if they don't, then they kind of don't do nothing.
Yeah.
They don't take Roche. They don't push. I mean, the Venom Wards are pretty good at pushing, especially maybe if he gets the triple damage and HP on the wards. Puts them up to a respective 120 damage a ward, which is really nice. But that's a level 25 talent. It's still quite a way away, and the game could well be over by then.
Yeah, that's very true. He's chosen to go for the Boots of Travel. What do you think about that? Do you agree with it? Is it a bit greedy? Is it warranted for the pushing?
I don't really see the Venom as someone who's going to actually be going somewhere to split push. This Venom, I don't think he really wants to spend time apart from his team. Maybe it's that he can push out the lanes, and if something does kick off, he can then jump into the fight really quickly. This Venom is really the one hero that the Radiant are really scared of. The damage can tick up if they get caught by a Gale and ulti on several heroes. They pretty much have to say, right, we're either going to stay here and fight, but the longer this fight goes on, the worse it's going to get. Or we just have to bail. Yeah. We have to pop the Overlord and get the hell out of there.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the Boots of Travel are a bit... I agree, they're not my favorite item choice here.
No, I mean, we said that they need some damage outside of magic damage, because eventually the BKBs are going to come. Oh wait a minute. Is it Puck is initiating on the mid? Does manage to catch a Silencer? Is he going to be able to global off? He's so low. He does go down. Silencer is down. They're going to be able to make a bit more of a chase. Oh, the glimpse comes back, and they're going to pop everything on. The Razor's not been quite out of position. The Quap comes in. The Veil has also been popped. Venom ulti, but here comes the Quap Scream as well. This is an absolutely chaotic fight. Magnetites come down, spurs onto several heroes. Combine that with the Venom ulti in. There's so much damage. The Underlord's like, no, this is a little bit too much damage. We're going to try and get out. It's going to get out in time. He does. They put the glimpse. He's back.
Glimpse.
Tries to turn around to disrupt it. You bastard! You brought me back, but he's gone.
That was brutal. They went back in after losing their Silencer, which was, I think, a bit greedy there. But I mean,
they wanted to save the Razor, didn't they?
I suppose so, but even then, there's a good Quap ultimate, but no,
could this be a Roche? Do they have the damage? The Silence is back. I guess they think they can do it. The Abyssal Underlord, his ulti is now down as well. The Spirit Breaker is charging. They have the vision. He's coming along.
I don't know about this. I mean, they're doing good damage to it, but...
Invis Rune. Someone could pick it out. The Quaps are scouting up to the nearby. Puck is now Invis. He could probably try and scout this out. Oh, the Puck sees everything. The Razor comes in. The Roshan is so low. The Bash, though, they need to get the kill. The Global Silence comes out. Quap snatches the Aegis. Oh, no. They're dropping low. The Puck is getting kind of low.
He's used his orb. His blink is on cooldown. I think the puck might go down here.
The Razor's actually taking a bit of a pound in there. He's actually taking a lot of damage from the wards. But no. Oh, no.
Greedy Roche attempt there.
Yeah, very much so.
Don't have the lineup.
I think they needed like a second more.
Yeah. Or
We said the other game, Medallion.
Yeah,
Where is
so-
Medallion gone? Where's Solar Crest? I mean, it's a not many of the heroes could get it, but the Earth Spirit could certainly have picked one up.
That's true. But even then, versus, to combine with your team.
Yeah.
Who on that team deals auto.
And I guess you don't think, oh wow, we're going to be taking Roshan above that team. So yeah, just they saw the opportunity, they wanted to go for it. Maybe they could have pushed instead, secured other objectives, get more map control. There's still 4 towers up for the Radiant as it currently stands.
Yeah, I think they were feeling a bit of the pressure of we've won a fight and now we have to do something.
We have to capitalize off this. We need to get some sort of an advantage, and it just spins the other way. I wonder if they forgot that they seem to be a bit lost when the Silencer already came out. I wonder if they forgot that we actually killed him before he popped it in the last fight, so they actually still have it available.
It's possible. And even if you do know about it, once it happens, you're all just
You're
sitting-
committed by that point. Unless you get an immediate blink out, you're pretty much in there.
Yeah, you're sitting ducks, and half the team don't have any mobility, so they're just sat there.
It was an Octarine Quap.
Oh yeah. I guess that'll help her sustain versus the consistent damage of the Dire there.
Let's have a look. Any new items? So we got this. Looks like a BKB, possibly. Yeah, BKB coming out of Spirit Breaker. Also with a Shadow Blade as well. Quap. Not only moves. It looks like she only just recently followed the Octarine. The Silencer actually manages to pick up a Midas throughout this game. Gets an Atos as well, so he's actually got a fair amount of shutdown. Yule's Fire X Mike. Anything on the Dire? The Veno has actually gone the Maelstrom. Puck is still trying to get the Lincolns. He's been trying to get that for a little while, and the Disruptor is dirt poor, unfortunately. Nothing really happening there.
Yeah.
And Darkseer. This is actually, I think, quite low farm for Darkseer in this game.
Yeah, it's not great. He wants another item at this point. I don't.
They're not getting the initiations they need as well. They are constantly getting jumped on. I think there's been there's been 2 semi-good Dark. There was one really good Darkseer Vacuum Ward, to be fair, but they need to be getting the jump. I mean, they commit a lot to try and kill the Silencer, and it's a good choice. They kill the Silencer, they take a team fight straight away afterwards. It's just what they need to do.
Yeah, and I think also the pressure is on them to actually get objectives off of these fights, because even if they win a fight, it's a small net worth swing, but then the Radiant can come right back from that just by farming the map that they are dominating.
Quap is closing ever closer to that level 25 talent of 70% spell lifesteal. I mean, when she gets that, she's probably going to be able to out-sustain to a degree all the sheer magic damage coming in as well, especially with the Octarine.
Yeah, that
It's
combination.
pretty much like 100% spell lifesteal. It's pretty nuts. Remember when he used to trigger off Blade Mail as well? That stuff was absurd.
Yeah, it's insane.
Quap never dies. This Venom's starting to ramp up. He's got a little bit of damage now. We've gone for the Shadow Blade, so another form of initiation. So we now has the Hurricane Bike and the Shadow Blade to start the terms on a fight.
Yeah, it's an interesting pickup. But that said, I've seen the Radiant. I've had sentries around, so not currently, but
Spirit Breaker's constantly got them in his stash as well.
yeah. And I mean, you have to expect them to start carrying dust immediately as well. But it's a good initiation tool, just for the surprise.
Yeah, Razor's now got a BKB. Is it the full 10-second BKB good to go? Quappy looks like she's going for a Radiance.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you want the full cheese, you know, you might as well order the pizza and get all the cheese on it as well, because that is insane.
Yeah.
Spell lifesteal, Octarine, the Radiance has even more lifesteal. Very good at disabling blinks as well. So
That's true. Puck's finished his Lincoln Sphere now, so he's a bit happier.
what does that block? Charge, static link.
Silence from Silencer, his E, is big.
Yeah, that's actually a really big one, to be fair. Yeah.
That said, they can't pop it quite easily with Charge, Quap, Q.
Yeah, the Q is especially good at just being able to get rid of that.
It's an interesting pickup for sure. I don't know that it'll be what he needs to stay alive, but it's up to him, eh? Spirit Breaker ulti as well. Could be a bit of a pain.
Things are starting to calm down a little bit. The graphs, the experience is just flying off the charts, but The rest of it is... Gold isn't going up, it's not going down, it's just sort of stabilised where it is. Razor goes with the 40 attack speed talent. They are getting to this point now they feel very secure with their BKB pickups. Don't really need the health talents, they're starting to build towards more damage items.
And there's the Radiance.
The Radiance Quap. To be fair, this game is pretty close, but you have to start worrying for the Dire when this 40-minute mark onward starts popping off. Because you're going to assume at some point the Quap is... She might pick up a link. She does have that ridiculous amount of spell lifesteal, but Spirit Breaker is nearly a Blink Dagger. A BKB. Razor has one. The Underlord's going for a Shivas. Science is actually going for tankiness as well, so you have to start worrying when this Dire lineup is going to start dropping off.
That's true. And if you have a look at the levels there, the Dire support levels are kind of atrocious, and they have barely got level 2 ultimates, so they're still picking up.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're about to drop off as well.
It's pretty insane. They have the ability to stall when this Venom hits level 25. I'd imagine he's going to go for the 3 times Plague Ward HP and damage.
Yeah, he would.
The stall is just going to be very... And Quap and Razor, like, none of those heroes take out those wards really effectively.
No, they do not at all. But that said, Razor can... If he can get up on
And the Lord's a little bit far forward. The rest of them are nearby. They're going to make a bit of an attempt. He's up here by himself, but they're scared. They don't know where the rest of the team are. They don't have the vision. Oh, here we go. They managed to find him. They've initiated on and find him late. He's going to try, but they actually missed the Gale, so they might chase him. The enemy team is coming. Here they come. The Razors now initiating. Are they going to get the Overlord? The Global Silence comes out as well. BKB's popped. They're scattered, and we said this does not go well for the Dire team when they're scattered. Disruptor's down. The Poison Needle comes out. It only hits onto these. That's the Quap. But she's just out regenerating it. The Vacuum Wall now, though. X-Mike surviving throughout all of this. They just can't get anyone low. They just can't bring anyone down. A lot of low people, but just can't use the finishing blow. And I think they threw absolutely everything they had at them then.
Yeah, like you said, when they get split up like that, it is a complete 1-by-1 fest. And you, even if, because you're still fighting, you feel like, oh, I have to throw out my Vacuum Wall, I have to throw out my Venom Ultimate. You hit one person, and you don't kill anyone, and now you have to try and defend high ground with no ultimates. Basically, you have Dream Coil and Static Storm, and is that going to do it for you?
Oh, the
Probably not.
Venom's only level 24. There's no buybacks on any of the Dire as well. They're going to try and stall as much as they can. Thinking about it, why this Quap doesn't need to buy a BKB. She got hit by everything and just stood there and just lifesteal through all of it.
Yeah,
Why do you need a BKB if you don't care about the magic damage? They have no shutdowns apart from Earth Spirit.
Radiant's Octarine. It's the new build.
Octameme, more like. And she is showcasing this very well.
Yeah, she was a tank. She's a frontline Quap.
Is this why Quap has now become really good because of the eventuality that because of certain talent she just takes off really well?
I suppose to a certain
It's a
degree.
very good talent.
Yeah, and she's also, like, she's a solid mid laner in general. She does very well in the early and mid game.
Oh, the boulder kick, they get 2-man initiation. Here comes the vacuum. There's no wall. They do get the static field off as well, but
That's
the
it.
Earth Spirit just drops. Buyback is immediately forced. They pop the shrine. They're trying to fight. The Razor spot the BKB. Quap tries to initiate on the disruptor. He's down as well. They're just getting whipped submission. In fact, half of the team were just focusing the backs of the back through the back door protection. They just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, there was a Vacuum Wall and a Dream Coil. But then you realize they've used their ultimates. That was it. They don't have anyone.
The Venom's trying to keep the range, but they just get absolutely picked apart. The longevity of this draft has died out, and just at the 40-minute mark, as I said earlier, oh, the Quap gets an Ultra Kill as well, and that's it. They're going to call it.
Yeah, GG.
I mean, they put up a pretty good fight, but we said this is around the time that lineup was going to fall off, and it falls off pretty much exactly the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, it was a very gung-ho draft, and they just couldn't get the tempo going. They had a couple of fights here and there, but you need a dominant early game to pull something like that off.
Yeah. And the early game didn't... The Quap got off to a very good start. Actually, no, she didn't actually. The Puck was doing really well against the Quap in the mid lane.
Yes, but that said, they had when Silencer hit 6, they had a very good gank on him, and ever
Yeah.
since then
And the
Silencer was on
dive.
point.
And the dive as well.
That's
the early dive
yeah.
where I could not juke the Quap scream as well, so... I think it was close. There was a lot of potential where they could have come back as well, but when the BKBs came, they have no answer for them. Just
Not at all.
Razor runs in, links a target, and what? You can't do nothing. So
Yeah.
phew. Well, that takes care of that game. At least it's been a lot closer than some of the other games we've casted recently. It's not been complete. We've seen graphs which either go right on up or just slope right on down. This has been a little bit more balanced. Could have gone either way. Though we did say there's more of an advantage to the Radiant team, but
That's true. But if you look at Quap's net worth and items, I think that tells a pretty harrowing tale.
yeah.
Because she got completely out of control. Razor as well. He was just a steady climb, which doesn't sound that scary until you realize you can't climb that fast, and then you're just left behind.
You also can't do nothing to him when he gets to that pinnacle as well. The Overlord also had a very consistently good game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really good. They just... When the offlaner is getting equal farm to every other major core, the mids and this carry on the other map, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And have a look at the scoreboard as well. Let's see the deaths. That Underlord only died twice.
Yeah.
And they were hard found kills.
Yeah.
Quap once, and that's it. It's just they couldn't get to them.
No. They had a lot of damage, but just when the team fight started happening, I think that the Radiant started realizing very quickly that, hey, wait a minute, if we don't give them the opportunity to get these great combos off on us, they can't really do nothing. Disruptor nowhere near an Aghanims as well, so even if you do get a fantastic vacuum war, the Razor and the Spirit Breaker are just going to pop the BKB, the pipes are going to come out, the megs are going to come out, and they're just going to walk out of them.
Yeah.
And they just don't care, because after that, they can either wait out the fight long enough so that all the magic damage is spent, or the Lord can go, you tell you what, let's just run back, and we'll heal, and we'll TP back in, or we'll just TP home, and all of the royalties are down.
Yeah, very true. And the way they built their items on the Radiant was very smart as well. They built for sustain, which means, like you said, if one ulti comes out, you get a bit of healing done, you get some regen. Another ulti comes out, you do the same thing. And then you realize, well, they've got 2 ultis down and we're on full health. We can just keep rolling. There's nothing to stop us now because they have setup, but they don't have any follow-up anymore.
I think they would have done... I don't know what was the main problem in that game. I think the Quap she just managed to just roll over. Like, there was no good ability to shut down the Quap. Very smart itemization as well. Got the Yules at a very early pace. Knew that the one thing that's probably going to screw over the most is stuff like the Glimpse or Silences. When she got that Yules, I don't think she died again. I think she died once at the start and then didn't die again through the whole game.
Yeah. And honestly, I didn't see the Dire's draft without an actual right-click carry, because the Venomancer probably likes to be that, but versus several carry and carry characters, you can't just...
Yeah, what do you do when a Razor runs up to you? You can't do nothing.
No.
He pops BKB, all of a sudden, all 4 of your abilities do nothing to him.
Yeah.
So you're kind of effed.
You're static linked and you're just stood there.
And you're just stood there, yeah, and you're just getting whipped. So he doesn't really have much damage in the first place, but still, I mean, it's been a lot closer in the games we've cast in the 102-4 stages. We are getting to top 16, well, pushing top 8 now. So the games are getting closer. The teams with all of these players, the professionals, they're starting to meet up. So we're getting this culmination of players from tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 teams merging in together. And we're actually getting some good days. So we're actually getting to the point where it's near enough like official teams, but it's in a best of 1.
Very true.
But yeah, any other remarks on that before we sign off for this game?
No, I thought it was a good game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a very good game to watch, actually.
Like you said, it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
I favored the Radiant, but the Dire, I think they could have done it.
I also think there should be some sort of an award for the quickest professional draft ever.
Oh yeah,
Because that was absurd.
like,
We
boom,
could
boom,
not
boom,
keep
boom.
up. I could have been rapping and I wouldn't be able to get all the heroes in a sentence how quick that came out.
Yeah, it was very expedient. I suppose they don't. They just knew. I
knew,
feel
yeah.
like playing this. That's it. You can play whatever you want, and I'll try to counter it.
Yeah. Right, with that, we're going to be signing off from this game, so thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. We are going to see if there's going to be any more games around. We may well cast another one coming up. I think we'll do one more for tonight. So if you stay tuned, there may be a bit of a delay once again while teams are finishing up, having a break, going into the next match. So if you stay tuned, you might just stick around and see some more dotes. Thank you very much. We'll see you shortly.
Yeah, see you soon.